For us British, Cyprus had always been a rather pleasant island. Larger than most, of course, but then it had to be to accommodate its long succession of conquerors, all of whom had left their mark on it. The Greeks, the Turks, Venetians, Crusaders, and finally, we English. The people on the island were a warm and friendly lot, though never quite as docile as most colonials, which was why I was there. But then it all changed. While the colonial office struggled to make up its mind about putting down the rebellious Greeks and Turks, hate swept like a wind across the home of Aphrodite, goddess of love. And we were all caught up in it, British, Greek, and Turk. With every act of anger, with every succeeding act of reprisal, we were each caught up in it, one by one. It was a good billet for me as an inspector of police, and an even better one for Harvey Freeman, the rather too young acting commissioner of the district, whose term of office had been taken up mostly in sailing, small game hunting, and the usual colonial round of flower shows and cocktail parties. He was a pleasant enough chap, but no one expected very much of him. After all, it was a sinecure given him by virtue of his old school tie and the influence of an elder brother at Whitehall. And he would probably have sat it out in his dilettante fashion if the trouble had not begun on the island as it did.
Saw this lad running away from here, sir.
Now look here, boy. Well, look, Constantine. Now this child may live, but he'll be blind for the rest of his life. That's all I wanted. And action. Take him away.
Bit of luck, eh, sir?
Huh. I wish they all broke down as easily.
All right. Very grateful, Mr. Freeman.
Many hurt?
20 odd, sir. Some of them pretty badly. Still, we caught the lad.
Where's Inspector Stanley?
Gone back to the station to interrogate the prisoner, sir.
Right.
Sir, I wouldn't chance riding him out in an open car after this if I were you. Better take a bulletproof. We'll get yours back to you.
I just want to go across the street to the Turkish Mukhtar.
Sir, better take a bulletproof.
Commissioner, please, come in. Please. Feride, bring coffee for the commissioner.
Merhaba, Feride. No coffee.
My dear Mr. Freeman, for someone to visit a living person and eat nothing at his house is like visiting the tomb of a dead man. A little raki, perhaps. Raki.
Coffee.
Coffee. And some lucum, Feride. It is rahat lucum, the very best. Now, what kind of talk have you come for? Is it official? Does the commissioner come to see the Mukhtar, or does Harvey Freeman visit Mehmet Ahmed?
It's official, I'm afraid, but I do have a few people coming in for cocktails this evening. Would you?
With pleasure.
How can you just stand by and let all this violence happen?
My dear Freeman, nobody wants these things to happen, but nobody has the will to stop them. If you want a better answer, you must go and see that Greek mayor. He will give you a formidable answer.
I saw the Greek mayor yesterday. His formidable answer was to tell me that he was resigning.
He's been threatened.
Mashallah. May God save him. For he is much better than most of his race.
He says the same of you. But neither of you is of any help to me, or wants to be.
How can we, my dear? Look. There is the writing on the wall. Out there. Across from my shop. Yes. And I am their Mukhtar. But do they listen to me? No. They listen to Radio Ankara, and so they scream Taksim, partition. If the Greeks demand Enosis, we demand Taksim. We will not be part of Greece. Partition the island between Greece and Turkey, as if that's possible. We Turks are very few and spread everywhere on this island. How can we have partition? But they will go on shouting, and no one can stop it. Not a Greek mayor or a Turkish Mukhtar or a British commission.
Are you a member of the EOKA? Who put you up to this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you speak English? Executive Anglican.
Oi.
Take him outside and shoot him.
No, no, don't shoot him.
I thought you didn't speak English. Well then, now that we know you can understand me, we'd better have a little chat. Suppose you realize your position. You know, some of those people might die, that you could be on a murder charge, that you can hang. Thought about that. Hanging. Not very pleasant, I imagine. Still, there are ways around it. You don't have to hang. Cigarette? Now then. Who put you up to throwing that bomb? Come on. If you tell me, I can make it easy for you. Now, we know your leader calls himself Constantine. What's his real name? Come in. Well?
Commissioner, sir.
Acting Commission. Good morning, Mr. Freeman.
Morning, Inspector.
Wondering when you'll be along.
Is this the bomb merchant?
That's him.
Little on the young side. May I have a word with him?
Sure.
What's his name?
Manoli.
How old are you, Manoli?
18.
You look more like a boy of 15 to me.
I am not a boy. I am 18. I am a man.
Well, does a man throw bombs where there are women and children nearby? Is that your idea of a man? Where's your mother? Your father?
Sir.
Who made you do it, Manoli?
I did it myself.
What have you proved by it?
That we are not afraid of you. That we want to be free of the British yoke.
What about the people who are injured, dying because of your bomb? I'd rather he wasn't put with the other political prisoners. Give him a chance to think over what I've said.
As you wish.
Nuisance, this. I thought the district had quietened down. I must be going. Goodbye, Inspector.
Good morning, Mr. Freeman. Nuisance. Thought the district had quietened down. I muck up the arrangements for his bloody cocktail parties. Stupid.
I've come to ask you to intercede with your people to put an end to the bloodshed.
I'm afraid that nothing I should say would have any effect. As long as you British continue to treat us as you do.
Father, I don't enjoy arresting clergy or inflicting curfews, but as long as your people persist in violence, you leave me no alternative.
Then you must understand that I also have no alternative. I cannot divorce myself from my people's struggle any more than the Archbishop can.
No, I don't understand. You're churchmen, not politicians.
Commissioner! You forget that for hundreds of years of Turkish occupation, church was all that was left of Hellenism. It was the people's only reminder of what they were and of their lost freedom. There has not been one liberation movement in the history of the Greek people that was not supported or even inspired by the church. The tradition with us. That's why we do it.
All right. It's all ancient history. It has nothing to do with here and now. I mean, can you truthfully say that we British have been oppressors in Cyprus?
In a way, you have not, but...
then why can't you trust us?
Trust you? This is not a matter of trust, my dear Commissioner. You know that as well as I do. The British have no right to be on this island and treat us like a colonial people. Well, we are Greeks, not British. We must be allowed to choose how we shall be governed.
All right. Just drop another subject. Oh, there is one other thing. Bombings. A boy about 15, Manoli, something or other.
I know.
No. That's quick. Well, I don't know what we're going to do about him. I mean, I believe he's an orphan.
Yes, he is. I expect you will put him in prison, won't you?
I'm going into Nicosia this afternoon to see the governor. I may be able to arrange to have him put under my custody. Well, he was too young to know what he was doing.
Well, I don't know if you really mean these as a...
Over there, sir. It looks like they're attacking the police station.
Kalimera, Mr. Commissioner. We would like you to come with us for a little trip into the hills. Inside, please.
What are you doing here?
We came for this Englishman, Padre. He will make a very good hostage for some of our friends, the British hold. And we are lucky. By following him here, we can also free you.
I did not ask to be free. I want to stay here with my people.
You are not much use to your people. Locked up, under house arrest. Better be with us on the hills than with this British sentry at your door. Should know what we learned from the British Army. Never to leave our flanks exposed. I hate to hurry you, Father, but we must go at once.
All right. Father.
So, there is still life in the Englishman.
Am I not even to change position?
You're a hostage. I've been told to guard you.
I don't suppose it would do any good to ask you what you intend doing with me.
That is not up to me. But we will do with you as your people do to ours.
There'll be soldiers coming. They'll send them to look for me.
They will have their work cut out for them. Only the mountain goats know this place.
These will be paratroops.
They're only Englishmen, like you. Look, My only concern is with Manoli.
Manoli?
If he dies, I remain to avenge him.
That boy. Why?
He is my brother.
I knew that there were boys fighting for the yoke, but not women.
We are all fighting for freedom. Men, women, and boys.
How old is Manoli?
16.
He told us he was 18.
You believe everything you hear? He is 16.
Oh, come now. Do you seriously think that we'd hang a boy of 16?
It would not surprise me.
Well, it would surprise me. It's not that you'd believe that.
I do not.
Gypsycyn!
What does the Englishman have to say for himself, eh?
Nothing of value.
Who's in charge here?
For the moment, I am. What do you want?
To be released.
What? Did you hear that? He wants to be released.
If you're wise, you will release me before there's trouble.
Listen to me, Englishman. Trouble is our meat and drink here. You've heard of Constantine, haven't you? He dines on trouble 3 times a day. Each time when he has finished, he rolls his scraps in paper to make a cigarette, and then he goes to hell for a light. That's what he thinks of trouble.
Oh, say, I really must insist on my release. I am a British subject and an official of Her Majesty's government. I stand on my rights.
Then speak for them. Bravo, Eleni!
Stop playing games with him, Eleni. We want to eat. Where is our supper?
It is not ready. I was too busy guarding this one. I cannot do everything.
Let the Englishman help. Why should he sit about on his butt with his eyes?
You heard him. Go help the woman with the cooking. No. Leave this to me. Now, what's your name again?
Freeman.
Good. Now, look here, Freeman.
Freeman. Man.
I like better free mass. Mass. It's not so English. Now, listen to me, Freemas. You British are always boasting that we are reasonable. Let's see if you are. We all have to eat. So, get to work. I would do as much if I were your prisoner.
Me cook?
Mm-hmm.
God help you.
Lady, there is your helper. Welcome, Pater. Come in. Come in and have a look at our fine Englishman.
You are making high.
Who says Englishmen have no feelings? It only takes a woman to bring tears to their eyes.
Hey, look! He doesn't even know how to peel an onion.
Leave him alone.
Well, our Englishman is a protector.
Only because I want them to release Manoli.
You really think they will release anyone because we hold this fool? Do you know what they say about him in Gdynia? They say he's all jelly and quivers if he's touched. The English are glad to be rid of him. Shall I give him a small tick to prove it to you?
Nico! Stop them! must not die. Not while Manoli is still their prisoner. I will not allow it.
Wait! Nico, will you stop it or I will? All right, Pater. I can't fight you. All right. As long as Manoli lives, the Englishman lives. Did you hear that, Petro?
And if Manoli dies?
He also dies. Does that satisfy you?
Yes.
What about you, Eleni?
All right.
Good. Now, let's get on with our work. Put your knife away, Petro. And from now on, remember what you've learned today. These Englishmen, it seems, will take only so much. You can call them names. You can spit on them. You can even knock them down. But you cannot kick them. Pedro, bring the wine. Okay. And let's go out into the fresh air. This cave is smothering me.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have come to my house.
There are many things I should have done differently, it seems. If I'd had any sense, I wouldn't have concerned myself with you or the boy.
Get up.
Good morning.
We are moving. Up on your feet. Wait. Why should the poor Greek donkeys carry everything while the British donkey goes empty-handed? Here. Take this. This. This.
Pater,
Yes?
I don't understand what the Englishman was saying last night. About you and the boy. Was the boy Manoli?
Yes, it was. He said he should ask the governor to take him under his custody.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that instead of Manoli being in the prison, he should take a personal responsibility for him.
Do you believe he would have done that?
I'm not sure. He might have tried. But then we have learned never to trust the British promises.
Pater,
Yes?
what kind of a man is he? Do you know?
No. But I don't think he knows himself.
Come on, come on. What are you doing there, Lenin? It's not time to eat. Why should this pest of an Englishman be fed every hour, like a newborn baby?
She has her reasons, Petro. She must keep the Englishman alive, if only for the pleasure of seeing him die. Lenny?
Ambrose! Get up.
There it is, the monastery. Well tried, Freeman. But we have to be much quicker to escape the arms of the church. Move. Are you all right, Potter?
Yes, that's right. Just my leg.
Please, try to walk. We must be on our way.
All right.
I've been expecting you. Have you heard the good news?
No, we have heard nothing.
There are rumors that the British have came to an agreement with us at last. They say that some of the political prisoners will be released. Did you hear that? What a politician that Archbishop is! Wine! We must all drink to him. Eleni, they are going to release prisoners. The stiff-necked British are backing down at last.
Don't get too excited. There have been too many rumors these past few months.
Petro, let's be happy while we may. Come on! Come on, Freeman. A little of this wine will do you good. It will warm your blood and make you strong as a lion. You don't believe that, do you?
Not literally, if that's what you mean.
Why did you have to say that? Why can't you just believe it, as we do? Do you know something, Freeman? That's the trouble with you British. You make too much of everything. Last week, you put a curfew on the town of Limassol. And why? Because we planted a time bomb in the income tax office. Haven't you ever wanted to blow up an income tax office?
I can't say that I have.
You have never wished to blow up anything?
As a boy, I wanted to blow up the chapel at school, so he wouldn't have to say so many prayers.
I thought the same as a boy. Well, did you do it?
Hardly. Our chapel happened to be Westminster Abbey. It's, never mind.
You still should have done it.
I'm afraid we British aren't the bomb-tossing sort.
Ah,
I can't say that I condone it.
not even a little one, like the one at the income tax office?
It should have been a big one. Everything was blown up, but the returns.
Don't remind me of it. What a tragedy. Well, next time we will use a bigger one. Or even two, maybe. Come on, Freeman. Drink, so you can understand us better. Where is your guitar, Stelio?
Here.
Play us a Sirto, so we can dance.
Yes.
Come on! Everybody dance! What? You too, Freeman. Get up and dance.
I don't know how.
We will teach you. Hey, lady, come here. Take his hand and teach him to dance.
Freeman's dance!
Yes, Freeman, dance!
Mommy!
Era, Freeman! Yasu, Freeman! Yasu, Freeman! Opa! Ya se le vende! Yes, Mama Freeman, you are doing beautifully. We will make a very good Greek of this Englishman. Eh, lady?
Very good.
Shall we dance some more?
I was thinking what strange ones you English are.
She's dancing with me.
Are you cold? What, for stuff? Primas, let me give you a word of advice. Do not test yourself with Petro. You are no match for him, believe me.
Why do you fight us?
For freedom, of course. You British should understand that. We spent years trying every peaceful way of getting you out of Cyprus. But you wouldn't go. So, what else could we do? You know, you had the same troubles with the Irish. If you would let us free, there would be nothing but love on this island.
You mean if the British left, you'd love the Turks?
Very funny, very British. But you know, we always got along with the Turks until you British came here.
Oh, come now, you can't blame us for that.
We Greeks are 6 times more than the Turks on this island. But you treat them as if they were equal with us. Primas, how long have you lived in Cyprus?
2 years. Nearly 3.
Not long enough. If you understood Greek, I could make it very clear to you. Why haven't you learned Greek?
I always meant to, but I just haven't got around to it.
There are too many things you British haven't gotten around to on this island.
Perhaps. I suppose it's too late now.
Yes. Much too late. There are too many Petros now, you see. Well, let's have some wine. That's the best medicine of all, you know. Let's go.
Please. No drink.
That's all right. Freeman. Καλά ξεμπερδέματα. It's all Greek to you.
Good evening, Mr. Freeman. Καλησπέρα, Father. How's the leg? I'm sorry. I haven't. It's I who am sorry. A man of God shouldn't try to be a man of action. Perhaps it's your banishment. Father, what does Kalaxe perfemata mean? Well, it's difficult to translate it. Let us say, you may see an end to your present troubles. Where did you get
What did they say? They warned us to come out and hand over our weapons. Why should we do that? To be tried and put to death.
They say we have the right to give up British citizenship and go to Greece. They will supply the transport.
We don't want to go to Greece. We want the Enosis, but we are Cypriots. What kind of Enosis is that? Archbishop! They have taken him prisoner and exiled him. It's not possible. It's true. And you must believe. The British soldiers are coming here. They send this boy from the village to warn us. You must all go at once. Back up! We must be off! Great! Surrender! There will be thousands of troops coming.
Let them come! We will fight as we have always fought. To the death!
We will stay and fight!
Talk is for diplomats! We have only one strong voice to speak for us here. This!
Σώσον, Κύριε, το λαό σου. Νίκας κατά βαρβάρων δωρούμενος.
Deliver the hostage. I told you to go. That's an order. Get going while there is still time.
will stop here. You sleep. I will keep first guard. When the time comes, I will awaken you.
We need our strength for tomorrow. Why keep a guard at all?
Let him go away to get the soldiers.
He's as tired as we are.
He's an Englishman and he despises us. He would like nothing better than to see us die. Tried to kill you. Look here.
Evaristo.
Where do you think you are going? Get back where you belong. I suppose you think you should be allowed to do as he pleases now. Because he has saved your life.
I have said nothing.
But I know what you are thinking. You are thinking the Englishman is a better man than I am. Because I happened to fall asleep.
Did you fall asleep? On guard duty? I wonder what Constantine would say to that.
Not nearly so much as he would say to a Cypriot woman who freely embraces Englishmen. Stop it! Putana. Look at the English weakling. He have days climbing, and he has not the strength to get up. Is this the man you would give yourself to? He is not man enough to make a daughter, much less a son. I will put some life into him. Well, at last he's ready to fight. Very well, Englishman. Look to yourself.
Petro, no!
Petro!
free now.
I'll stay with you and the father.
But why?
I'll stay.
Günaydın.
A Turk.
Buyurun.
Sincero Turkica.
And I don't speak Greek. So let's speak English.
What are you doing here?
If it were not for the Effendi, I would say I was running from the British, as you are. Or are you running from the British?
It is no business of yours. Get up. Will you search him or shall I?
All right. There are more. What a collection are we now? A Cypriot woman, a celibate Greek priest, excuse me, a proper Englishman, and a Turk.
Shut up. All Turks are impossible, but a Karagiozzi is unbearable.
No weapon.
It is hard to believe. Not even a knife? Then his knife is either in a Greek or an Englishman's back. We must kill him.
Why?
Because if we don't, he will surely slit our throats while we are sleeping.
Without a knife? I might push boulders on you, but that will be the most I will do.
What did I tell you? He must die. All Turks bring trouble with them. Even the grass will not grow where a Turk has set his foot.
Allah, Allah. Is this a way to talk of a Hafiz? One who knows the Quran by heart, who performs his namaz 5 times daily? Would the Effendi allow this woman to kill a holy man?
Don't believe him.
Shall I recite the Fatiha? Would that convince the Effendi? Hmm?
You see, a Turk will do anything to avoid death.
For a Greek and a woman at that, you know a very great deal about Turks. However, unlike the Greeks, one Turk is not like all Turks. Neither are all Turks like one Turk.
You see, it begins already.
What does?
Turk talk. It's like the ancient caves on Crete. 1,000,000 turnings and no end. Never listen to a Turk. They're the greatest rogues in the world.
Thank you, my dear. I have never been more highly complimented. My name, Effendi, is Zalil Ali. If you are going to shoot me as you want, please do so quickly before I have too much time to think about it and perhaps come to regret it. Otherwise, let us consider our situation and see what can be done about it. That seems quite reasonable to me.
To you, perhaps, but not to me. What do you say, Pater?
This will be good.
Shut up! Well, Pater?
Well, what can I say? I'm a man of God, not of the world. He's a Turk. But still, he's a human being, I suppose. What did I tell you? There is the rogue.
Have you food or drink?
Would I be sleeping if I had? Of course not. I will be eating and drinking. But I'll be happy to share yours.
We have nothing.
Then I suggest you join me in sleep. Tomorrow we can all share for pomegranates. Come to bed, my little grim muezzin. What? Oh, he must have his bed made. Leave the offender to the fire, Greek.
Are you asleep?
No.
May I ask you something? Why did you choose to stay with us?
An impulse.
Do you regret it?
It's difficult to explain. I've done my job reasonably efficiently in Cyprus. I've seen that the streets were clean. Schools, roads built. Plus a touch of woolly-minded liberalism here and there. In the last 2 days, I've suddenly realized that I know nothing. Absolutely nothing about this island. Do you know what's impressed me most?
No.
Petro's hatred of me. You know, in 2.5 years, I haven't bothered to learn Greek or Turkish. The only islanders I know are Greek man and the Turkish Muhtar. They're more pro-British than I am, because they know which side their bread is buttered.
Go on.
I talk too much. And you must get some sleep.
Good night.
Eleni. How do you say sweet dreams in Greek?
Good night.
The innocence awaking. You see, I could have walked away if I pleased. After I murdered you all.
Then why didn't you?
I have taken a fancy to the three of you. Besides, I have never slept with a priest before. It will be something to tell my grandchildren. I'm only making sport, Father.
What? My
Come, let us drink of the water of life together, for there is no drink like rainwater, except Coca-Cola, perhaps. Come, my soul, my Lamb of God. Let us go out in search of fruit for our breakfast. Huh? And what about them? Oh, let the Isle lovers seek out their own pomegranates. We will go and pick the fruit of the vine together like ancient gods. Hmm? Come, my two eyes. Oh, corner of my liver. Away. You still don't trust him.
As long as he has a tooth left, a fox will not be pious.
But he is a toothless fox. He's unarmed.
I have always heard it said, if a Turk has his wits, he is not unarmed. But perhaps it is not always so. Come, I want to show you something.
That is where I come from.
Escalates.
Yes.
Explains your beauty.
I had begun to think you did not notice such things.
I do.
They say that some of us who come from Karpas have the blood of English crusaders in us. Does that help?
I do not require it.
What do you require of me, then?
I like you as you are.
And I like you as you are. I could love you, Freeman.
Do you wonder that an Englishman should be running from other Englishmen?
I was just thinking. I understand now what makes men renegades being hunted. It's enough. Whether you're guilty or not.
Does it disturb you?
Do you love me, Harvey?
Yes, I love you.
And why do you seem so troubled? Will it make such a difference what your people think? They've rid of those who have loved and married, who've been accepted.
Would your people accept me?
I don't want to think about that now.
Eleni, let's find the priest and ask him to marry us.
Harvey?
Does our love end here where it began?
No. But you must go to the soldiers and let them take you safely back to Karenia.
I've waited so long to find someone like you. I want to marry you. Now.
Ali! Where have you been? We were cut off by a patrol. Do not tell me of patrols. We have spent the night running from them ourselves.
Where is
The
Father...
woods are alive with them.
Where is Father Chrysostom?
He's down the hill, praying. He has done nothing but pray. I am so full of correlations that in another hour I should allow myself to be baptized if only to retain my sanity. And how was it with you, Effendi? Has the enemy surrendered at last? Did Britannia rule last night? You see, where diplomats fail, love conquers. Perhaps this is where we Turks made our mistake. For it seems that to disarm a Greek, you have only to embrace him. Well, I congratulate you both. May your seed bring forth many sons, one of which you would do well to name Ali as a gesture of Cypriot solidarity. That is all I ask. Now, what are your plans?
We have none.
Why not? There's no problem for you. Find a patrol and you can still have a cup of hot English tea before the day has ended.
It's not as simple as that.
It's simple enough for me. If this one will let me go, I will head for the coast and a fishing boat to take me across the 40 miles to Anatolia. What about it?
I have no claim on you. Go to the good.
What a change have you brought upon this warlike female, Effendi. She's as warm and smiling as a full moon, now that your stars have met. Well, I wish your union harmony and a long continuance. Escalates, may there always be love. Hayriolsun, may your house be lucky. So, live long.
Thank you.
Aristopoli.
Now I go to bid farewell to Baba Haji. How I shall miss that priestling. Alaykum salam.
Mr. Freeman, welcome. We have been waiting some days for your arrival.
You must forgive us for blindfolding you, but you must know neither the whereabouts of this building, nor must you recognize my face.
You're, Constantine?
I fail to see what good it would do to you to know who I am.
Bring in the priest and the Turk. Yes, we have them too. Good. Now, Mr. Freeman is our hostage for certain prisoners held by the British under the sentence of death. If the prisoners are not released soon, he will be shot. I sincerely hope that your countrymen will appreciate your value. The Turk we presume to be a spy. The girl Helene is a traitor who has given herself to the enemy. Both will be tried.
Wait! I will speak, if you will hear me.
Father Chrysostom, your own position as a member of the church is dangerous. It appears that you have been freely associating with a spy, as well as condoning with an
I demand to be heard! It is true. I've known about this too. But what would you like me to tell you? That love is a sin. Because he's an Englishman and she's a Greek. No, I cannot do that.
Are you telling us that as a Greek priest, you can approve of such a thing?
I would have preferred that the girl found love with a Greek of our own faith. But at the same time, I cannot deny what I've seen. For I've seen something take root and grow within these two that has the quality of angels. And watching it, I found myself thinking that...
Pater, I should warn you that a full report of all you say will be sent to the Archbishop.
I've not finished. While our struggle for freedom is right, in the case of these three, you are taking the wrong course. I cannot speak against him, for he saved my life in that dreadful fire at the risk of his own. There are two things that spread quickly. Love and a forest fire. In these past few days, I've seen both. And I've seen the first overcome the other.
Thank you, Pater. But this is a matter for the Oka to decide on. In the meantime, lock them up.
Quando i suralisi Ελπέτω η βασιλεία σου και εκφύγω το θέλημά σου σήμερα από As you Greeks would say, I am collecting now letters for the dead. If you have any, give them to me. Oh, these Greeks, see what they have done to me. What hope have we, Turks offended? Please, be quiet. You do yourself no good. I think we all do ourselves no good. My shadow of God. And it is wrong, you know. All wrong. It's the most Constantine that I often went to. Perhaps
You will go there one day. In my memory. Yes? I will go there. I will. I believe in Allah, His angels and His prophets, in the predestination of good and evil by Allah, and in the resurrection after death. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. And I testify that Muhammad is his servant, his prophet.
Mr. Freeman.
Nothing at the moment. Mr. Freeman has nothing to say. No, it's going on indefinitely. We'll give you a statement later. What a day. And by the way, I'd watch it with the press if I were you. The Americans especially are asking a lot of questions about you and the SIP girl. You know how they go for that kind of story.
What kind of story?
You know what I mean? Not that I would believe for a moment that it was possible.
You're quite wrong. I intend to marry her. That surprises you. I expect it'll surprise quite a few people.
Do you realize just what this could do to...
Now, may I see her?
Of course. Mr. Freeman, you know her brother's dead. He was shot while trying to escape during a raid on the station.
Shot?
It wasn't a premeditated act. He tried to escape. There was quite an exchange of gunfire. He got in the way of some of it.
I don't believe.
No one will prove it otherwise, Mr. Freeman. You still want to see it?
Of course.
Very well.
You know.
About Manoli? Yes. They told me in the village. They spit on me as they did.
Will you hate me now?
No.
Will it ever be the same between us?
Nothing will ever be the same again between any of us.
Perhaps you'd like to visit his grave.
Would that be possible?
Would you like Father Christopher to go with you?
Oh, yes, please. Should be some service. Someone must light a candle on his grave.
I'll see about the arrangements.
Thank you.
Eleni.
Εάν χάρη και πορευτό εν μέσω σκιάς θανάτου, Κύριος ποιμένη με και ουδέν με ειστερήσει εν τόπο πλόης. Εκείνο θα μας αιωνία αιωνία.
Ο Θεός ας τον σιωρήσει. Why should he have fallen? Why must he sleep here now? Milk was still running out of his nostrils. Why should he take the black earth for his wife? This grass, these stones for kindred. Manoli. Manoli.
Ελένη.
I'm so glad you have come. I wanted you to come. He was only 16. When they told him he must throw the bomb, he cried like a small boy. Why did this have to happen to him? And to us? If only we could have been born in some other time. In another time, we would have met and married.
We'd better be going.
Γιατί, Θεέ μου. Τι. Why, my God. Why?